Admiral Zextar's three eyes widened in synchronized horror as the proximity alarms shrieked across the Valdorian Imperial Command Center. The holographic display flickered, then stabilized to show something that shouldn't exist, something that violated every treaty, every understanding the Galactic Empire had maintained for the past 2 centuries. A Terran Dreadnought hung in orbit above Valdoria Prime, like a metallic predator, its obsidian hull drinking in the light of their twin suns. The ship was massive, nearly 12 kilometers of reinforced titanium carbide composite, bristling with weapon systems that made even their most advanced battlecruisers look like children's toys. How? Zextar's voice cracked through his translator unit. The Terrans haven't built military vessels in over 200 years. They're explorers, scientists, philosophers. His aide, Commander Velneath, frantically manipulated the sensor array controls. Sir, the readings are impossible. The ship's energy signature suggests a fusion reactor core operating at 400% efficiency. Their hull plating shows quantum-locked molecular bonds. This technology is decades ahead of our most classified projects. Zextar's mandibles clicked nervously. The Empire had grown complacent, fat on conquest and tribute from 1,000 subjugated worlds. They had dismissed the Terrans as peaceful idealists, content to explore the galaxy's outer rim, while real powers carved up the habitable systems. The humans had seemed harmless, even beneficial, sharing their scientific discoveries freely with anyone who asked. Sir, Communications Officer Thelara announced, her voice tight with barely controlled panic. We're receiving a transmission from the Terran vessel. The main screen shimmered, revealing a figure that looked deceptively human. Captain Elena Vasquez stood on what appeared to be a standard bridge, but Zextar's trained eye caught details that chilled him. The seamless integration of biotechnology and quantum computing, the crew members interfacing directly with their systems through neural links, the casual way they manipulated gravitational fields. Admiral Zextar, Vasquez began, her voice carrying the calm authority of someone who held absolute power. I am Captain Vasquez of the UES Retribution. You have 60 standard minutes to begin evacuation procedures for all non-Valdorian populations on this world. This is an outrage. Zextar sputtered, his translator struggling with his agitation. Valdoria Prime is a sovereign imperial world. Your people have no jurisdiction here. Vasquez's expression didn't change. 47 years ago, you conquered the Kepler colony. 32 years ago, New Geneva. 21 years ago, Terra Nova. Each time, you assured the galaxy that humans were located to suitable worlds. She paused, letting the weight of her words settle. We found the mass graves, Admiral. The blood drained from Zextar's faces. The Empire had been careful, or so they thought. Human colonies were small, isolated, easily overwhelmed. Their populations had been disposed of, quietly. The galaxy believed the humans had simply been resettled. You're bluffing, Zextar said, but his voice lacked conviction. One ship cannot threaten an entire world. Computer, Vasquez said, without taking her eyes off the screen, demonstrate capability set alpha. The Dreadnought's forward sections reconfigured with fluid precision. Massive panels slid away to reveal a weapon system that made Zextar's blood freeze. It was a stellar engineering tool, repurposed for warfare, a device capable of manipulating local space-time. A minor moon orbiting Valdoria Prime suddenly wasn't there anymore. Not destroyed, not vaporized. Simply ceased to exist, leaving behind a perfectly spherical void in space that slowly collapsed as quantum foam rushed in to fill the absence. We call it a reality anchor, Vasquez continued conversationally. It locks local space-time in a null state. The moon didn't explode, Admiral. It was edited out of existence. The technology that built your cities, your ships, your empire, all of it was derived from principles we shared freely decades ago. We simply took those principles to their logical conclusion. Zextar felt his world tilting. The Empire's greatest weapons, their quantum cannons and particle beams, were based on human theories published in open scientific journals. They had assumed they were improving on primitive concepts. Instead, they had been playing with simplified toys, while the humans developed weapons that rewrote the fundamental laws of physics. "What do you want?" he whispered.